Hey, I am John McMillan, and I am here with Michael Kaim. And today we're just going to be doing a little Facebook Live interview on, Michael's success that he's had throughout his career, and he's just going to share that with you, so you can kind of learn from him on it. So, first I have to ask you, Michael. Everybody is been asking how your team does 131 listings in 60 days. Last month you had 74 listings, the month before 57. How are you guys able to do that?
Well, I gotta tell you, man, we had probably the most productive listing months we've had in years. We've never listed 74 properties before in 1 month. So, I mean, our team was just going. I attribute it to prospecting, 100%. Every day throughout the whole winter, we had a ton of prospects that we were getting ready to list in the spring market, and we just went gangbusters. We had a little competition within the team in March, and then in April. And I got to tell you, I hand it to the team. They were inundated with leads that they were following up on, and they prospected all of their leads through the winter months, and we listed them. I mean, it was a crazy 2 months. Our inventory went from 130 properties to 100 and between our float went from 130 listings to 195 listings in that 2 month period. Of course, we sold a bunch of properties, so that's why it didn't just double. But yeah, I mean, it's from prospecting. We prospected for sale by owners, expired listings. We called our sphere, just listed, just solds. All the lead follow-up we did from people that had homes to sell that called in on our listings. It was pretty much mostly prospecting, and obviously we had some personal referrals and some past clients.
For sure. Well, that's great. So, how did you get started in the business? And your parents were in the business as well, correct? And how did they kind of help you get into real estate?
Well, I got to tell you, my mom and dad were great growing up as a kid. They never gave me anything in terms of the business end of it. But they taught me how to earn a dollar. I was 20 years old, and I went to an open house when I was like 19 or 20 years old with my mom, and it was pretty cool. I mean, I sat down with her, and she basically double-ended a house, and she listed it and sold it, and then listed the buyer's house and sold their house, and showed me her check at the end of the day. And I was like, what am I doing? Why wouldn't I get in the real estate business? I mean, you can make so much money. You're not limited. So that was my first real interest in getting in the business. So I got licensed when I was 20. But I was a firm believer in earning your success. So I'd come home at night, and when I worked during the daytime, I can't tell you all those evenings at like 9, 10 o'clock. I'd be sitting in the kitchen eating dinner with my dad, late dinner for a realtor, and he would say to me, well, how many contacts did you make today? And I'd say none. He goes, well, you didn't work. He goes, I don't care how many houses you sold, how many contracts you wrote, how many houses you listed. If you didn't lead generate today, you didn't work. So I had that really strong mindset early on. So I got to tell you, that was instilled in me, and then that helped me grow. But right after college, I moved away, and I wanted to create my own success. So I moved away from Cleveland, and I actually landed a job. I interviewed for a job with the #1 realtor in the nation back in 2000, and he hired me on the spot. My goal was to be his lead generator and his guy that was going out and lead generating new business for him. So I worked for him for about 2 years. He had me on a coach and a coaching program with Mike Ferry. Bill Pipes was my coach, and he coached me every day. I had to report my numbers to him every day. I was prospecting, dialing 200 to 250 dials every single day by hand. They didn't have dialers back then. I had 2 headsets on, and I was dialing 2 different numbers. And I was a realtor in Florida, selling the ultra luxury homes market in Florida. Our average sale price is $7 million. I had to report my numbers by 12 noon to my coach. I was in the office at 6:30, on the phones at 7:30 because it took about an hour to get all the phone numbers together. And then I was just pounding the pavement, door knocking, cold calling, prospecting, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. And that was basically, where, how it went from my parents transitioning, getting me into the business, creating a strong mindset, and then personally just going after it and just doing it. So, after that, I moved back to Cleveland and started the Michael Kaim team in 2002, and we took off. And that was just after my parents sold their company. They retired back in 2002.
That's great. So after doing this for 20 years and selling over 4,000 houses, what do you contribute to your number one success?
Okay, so I've mentioned this before. Prospecting is everything. It's if you don't have that inner energy or that inner drive to want to just go after it, you're never going to succeed in the business. So, you have to have that inner drive, and you have to create a mindset to just get past any kind of objections that you have or obstacles that you have in front of you and just go after it. So creating a strong mindset, I would say, is probably the first thing. And then it's prospecting and going after new business. And, whether it be prospecting for sale by owners, expireds, buyers, just listed, just solds, past clients, and then and getting a coach. But above all of that, I have to tell you, the number one thing in this industry to be successful, I don't care how much you prospect and how strong of a mindset you have to offer exceptional customer service. The customer in my office is always right. I don't care what the circumstances are. I will do everything we can to make sure that our clients are satisfied at the end of the transaction. That is the most important thing for us. We bend over backwards for our customers. When I meet a client for the first time, I make sure they know that at the end of this, I want to be their realtor for life. That's huge to me. And that's how we built our business, and that's how we were able to stay at the top and sell 4,000 houses in that time frame. I would also say that you got to hire a coach. That was big for me. I got into coaching early on, right in my first couple years in the business. I got a coaching program with Mike Ferry and hired a personal coach. That was huge for me. Having someone that could hold you accountable is everything. That helps with mindset and accountability. So that was very important to my success.
Great. So what do you feel like the best part of your day is?
Well, I'm huge on the morning routine. The morning routine to me is everything. Starting out with the right mindset, doing affirmations in the morning, talking about your goals to yourself and reminding yourself what you're going to do that day to create success. But the morning routine is the best part of my day. I wake up early. I think you got to start with yourself. You have to have a good morning routine where I don't care if you meditate or you do affirmations, but create that strong mindset early on, and get your energy going. Exercise in the morning, have a great breakfast, role play, practice your scripts, and then get in the zone. And once you're there and you're going, don't let success stop you from continuing on and getting the next appointment. Don't let your early success, if you set an appointment, get another one. Don't dwell on it. Same with the negative results that you might get. If you get rejection, move on to the next one. So I think the morning routine is everything. That's the most important part of my day and the most exciting part of my day, because it really sets the stage for the rest of the day.
So what do you think is the most rewarding part of being in the real estate industry for you?
Well, gosh, that's helping clients. That's easy. My goal in every transaction is to make sure that my client is completely satisfied. And, it's exciting. it's rewarding for me to know that I was able to get a house or find a first-time home buyer their dream house. It's so rewarding. It feels great. Obviously, if you're successful at it, you'll make money. That'll come naturally. But it's more rewarding if you really love what you do by helping people. So for me, and I've said this time and time again, you don't work a day in your life if you love what you do. And I'm constantly helping people sell their homes. I can't tell you how many first-time home buyers I've worked with over the years. That's always exciting when they find their first house. We've helped people out of foreclosure. We've helped people that have been really crazy, unique properties where people felt hopeless. They were on the market through the recession. They felt that they couldn't sell the house, that they had the house that no one wanted. And we went in, created a really unique marketing approach, and aggressively marketed the property and sold it. That's really rewarding, knowing that we were known for selling houses that fail to sell for the real estate companies, and we're able to come in with a different approach to create a market for that house.
That's great. Okay, so you've been an open book with your system and your team. How come you're sharing this with the world at this point?
Well, I've early on, I was taught to always be open about everything that we do. Early on with my early success in the industry, I always shared everything that we do with our competition, with our other agents in our company. I've never really held anything back. I mean, I've always been open book because, I've always had the mindset, if no one's going to ever take anything from me, but if I share with others, it'll only help me grow. If I can help others and help them grow their business and create success within their own personal business, then it'll only help us. I mean, if we can trade ideas and get other ideas from other top agents in the industry, it'll only help us. We're a firm believer in our team to create success with all the agents within the team. There's a lot of teams out there that won't train their agents on how to become a listing agent. Listing agents make most of the money in the industry. They control the market. And I've trained every one of our salespeople to lead generate listings for themselves, so they can create their own lead generation of business through those listings. So and obviously that would only help us, because they would be underneath the team umbrella and we would all do better. But in general, I believe helping others will only help us grow, whether they're within our organization or even our direct competition. I've never held back. I've always been an open book, and I've always firmly believed that helping others will only help you grow, both internally and in business.
Thank you, Michael, for your time today. Just so everybody knows, there's more to come on this for sure. We're going to be doing more Facebook Lives. We're going to be doing some interviews with agents on Michael's team. So this Facebook page is going to be kind of the place to go for this kind of content. So more to come. Thank you, Michael, and see you later, everybody out there.
Thanks, Sean. Talk to you soon.